first thing that we want to learn about tutting is the basics, basic angles and exercises to help us get those straight angles that you're looking for. So remember, my tutorials are not so much about, oh, you gotta do a combination, no, nothing like that. What I want you to learn is the basics to keep your arms straight, finding your angles. So the first exercise that I want you to do is go ahead and lift your arm up straight like this. Kind of like this, you see? My arm is straight. Okay, as straight as that you can make it, just put it in front of you. Okay, lift it up, put it in front of you. The next thing that I want you to do is go ahead and raise that same arm. Bling! Like you're saying hi. One, bling, say hi. Okay, and keep it still straight. Remember, you don't want to move your bicep. You just want to move your forearm. Okay, that's very important because some people, when they start tutting, see, they start going, oh yeah, you just move it. No, you don't move it like that. You want to go ahead and move it as straight as possible. It's an exercise to help you get those straight angles that you're looking for. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and fold that wrist down. Okay, so the exercise is going to go like this. You're going to put this one arm up, just one arm for right now because it's more simple that way. And you're just going to go ahead and raise it into high. Then you're going to flip your wrist down. And all you have to do with that is just flip down. That's it. Just put your wrist down. Okay? So the hardest thing about that is getting your wrist straight. So what you can do to help you is go ahead and put your palms together. Some people already know praying position in tutting. If you already know it, it's more beneficial to you. If you don't know it, this is easy to do. So you don't have to worry so much about the difficulty of this. Go ahead and put your hands together like this and stretch down. Okay, that will help you get more flexibility in your wrist. Also, do it the opposite way and just up as hard as you can. And what happens is that you'll get this flexibility in your wrist for tutting. Okay. All right. So the next thing that you want to do is, like I said, put that one arm up as straight as you can. Then I want you to go ahead and lift it, say hi, and then put your wrist down. So one, say hi, wrist down. Okay. One, say hi, wrist down. Okay. So the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and do it at the same time. What I mean is I want the forearm, I want the arm, the flip, and the wrist down to go up to do it at the same time. Just do it at the same time. So it's 1, 2. Okay, watch. 1, 2. Let's do it again. 1, 2. Okay. So remember, the bicep doesn't move. 1, 2. Okay, so now we got this. Once you get good with one arm, please do it with 2. Okay, so that's the exercise that'll help you. So now you not only got 1, 2. Okay, so just do it with your other arm. Practice going like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that you should do that about maybe 20 times, and you got it. It's really easy. So you shouldn't be too hard in doing that. The next thing that I want you to go ahead and do, I want you to go ahead and start turning your wrist. Now, a lot of you already know about tutting, so you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna tell me to just turn my wrist in. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you to do that, but I'm not gonna ask you to flip. A lot of people are telling people, hey, oh yeah, you wanna, once you get right here, yeah, and flip, right? Well, what I learned is that getting used to that flip is really hard. Even though it's a simple move, it's actually hard for people to see. They're like, huh? What? Huh? Okay, so they're like, huh? They get confused. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and lift that arm up just like we've been practicing. Go ahead, lift it up, and then what I want you to do is I just want you to turn it. Just turn it in. And to be completely honest with you, some tutters still use this. They don't like to flip. Some tutters like that. Boom, 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 tss, boom. You know, some tutters don't even like to flip wrist because it takes too much time between the beat, maybe that they're trying to hit. And some tutters actually use both. They don't always flip, you know. Maybe they da da shoo ba 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 shoo ba. You know, maybe they just use the flip on boom, shoo, boom, shoo, boom, boom. You know, sometimes they don't even use the flip. So don't concentrate on it so much at this point. So just do that with, again, both hands. So first at the same time, 1, 2, turn in. Okay? And look at this. Look at this. You have your first tut position. This is a very important position because it goes into other things. Maybe like this. Okay. Maybe like this. Okay, so it's a very important position. I call it high bridge position. High bridge position because it's kind of like a bridge. And the reason why this is pretty cool because you have, you know, you could do finger waves. You can learn how to do stuff like that. But the reason why it's really important is because it is a position based off of basics. If you didn't know it, then now you do. So the next thing that I want you to do is go ahead and practice that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, once again, 1, 2, 3. Let's turn it to the side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One arm should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so front 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you got a position and you got a pretty sweet thing. The next thing that I want you to work on is work on isolation. Tutting is a lot about isolation, where a lot of people don't tell you about at the beginning. So a good way to start learning how to isolate is using these basic things that you've learned today and isolate. So don't use both hands at the same time. Start isolating. You learned one hand at a time, which is why I made you do that, so you can learn how to isolate first. Okay, so first thing that I want you to do is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just did your first isolation. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I want you to start isolating, micro isolating, which means basically doing small isolations. And small isolations at this point are just really going to be with your wrist. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And right when you get here, I want you to keep alternating your wrists. This is a good exercise for you. So you're going to alternate your wrists, and you got these mini isolations. Do, 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 do. Micro isolations are also pretty cool. And now you already have a pretty good combination. I told you I was going to teach you, but you have these combinations already built in tutting. Tutting is about combinations, so you already have it. You don't have to work so much on it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1. Okay, and start working on these isolations that will help you with tutting. Also, remember where your arm can go. A lot of people are saying, well, I don't know where to go from here and here and here, and I don't know where to go. You taught me this, but where do I go from here? Well, think about where your arm can go. Your arm can't go back like this, but it can go back here. Okay, your arm can't go, you can't just go straight up. You can't do certain things like that, but it can go down. Okay, what can your wrist do? Well, the thing that your wrist can do is the way that it is made is it goes in 2 directions. So it can either go this way or this way. And if, as far as palm and the face of your palm and the back of your palm. So the other thing that it can do, it's like a swivel, but it can only go in 2 directions. Here and here. Here and here. That's it. So if you have something like 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay, what can I do? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, where can it go? Boom. Yeah, I can do that. Some people don't like doing this because it's very hard to get the straight angle. But you could do this, and then you can go down. Oh, wait a minute. My arm can go down. That's right. It can. 1, 2. It can go out here. It can go down from out here, and then go back in. It can go back up. Your wrist can turn. Okay, so start thinking about what your arm could do. And the best way to practice is practice one arm at a time. Why? Not because it's most efficient. but it teaches you an important aspect of tutting, which is isolation. So you go ba 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 ta ba 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 boom. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so you start learning these small little things about tutting, and then some people see, oh, how do you do that? And all that crazy stuff. You'll learn that just by working on these angles. Oh yeah, I got bridge position, but I can go right here, and now I got something different. Okay, so work on that, and then it will help you. So this is the first tutorial based on an exercise that can help you straighten your angles. Remember to be straight, and also work on those isolations. Remember, one at a time at first. You can do them at the same time, but it doesn't look as sweet sometimes. So you can so you could do things like that early. So now you just got your first beginner's tutorial on tutting, and hopefully I'll see you soon on video number